sports fans, this is Robert with WTP Sports Dudes here live on this Saturday morning, ready to do another edition of Freestyle Saturday, where we're going to be talking about anything NBA, anything NFL, anything college football, or if there's another sport out there that you love, make sure that you put a question in there. We're talking about anything, any sport, it doesn't matter. Give it to us how you like it, and we will address it. I got my man SEC Sean with me this morning. How you feeling?
Pretty good, pretty good. It's a little chilly up here, for us Southern boys. We still ain't, even after 5 years of living up here. I ain't got used to this stuff yet. So, but good thing is we got a full slate of some good games and different things going today, and able to stay inside. We're nice and warm, nice and warm.
Nice and warm for sure. Well, later on today, you might be getting out there to that barbecue spot. Hopefully, you got some indoor heat, or maybe have those heaters outside where y'all can stay warm too while y'all enjoy that barbecue.
For sure.
Your Texas A&M Aggies got a huge game today going up against LSU. I believe that game is in Death Valley. How do you see your team handling this game against LSU? What's the keys to victory, and what are you looking forward to out of Marcel Reed in this game?
Well, this game's a little different. I mean, playing at LSU at night isn't easy. But like I've said numerous times, playing anywhere that's good, Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama, at night isn't easy. Weather's going to be an issue in this game. Whit Weeks, the LSU's stud linebacker, is out. That's going to take away from that defense. They've lost their offensive tackle, so their whole left side of their offensive line is like freshmen and a guy that moved from guard over to tackle. Or I'm sorry, he was the backup center. He was the starting center who lost his job, and now he's going to play left tackle against a pass rush of A&M that is pretty elite. Nussmeier's not healthy, so he's not Taylon Green. He ain't going to run all over the place. I've got A&M winning this game 31-17. I don't think the crowd's going to be as big of a factor as everybody thinks because of the weather. I've gone to a couple of ticket sites just to look and see, not like I was going to make the trip to Baton Rouge, but you can get tickets in the lower bowl for less than $100. And for a game against the top 3 team in Death Valley at night, that doesn't normally happen. Considering the tickets for the Vandy game are in the lower bowl are going for $500 to $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
So I think weather's going to scare a lot of people away. But this is a wounded animal. LSU's wounded. They know it. Their backs are against the wall. They have to win this game. If they lose this game, it's going to get nasty down in Baton Rouge. I can tell you that. Brian Kelly will probably be fired shortly because they'll probably finish this season 7-5. I like A&M. If the weather's there, I like our offensive line. I think we can road grade, especially with Whit Weeks out, and just run the ball all we need to. And I think Marcel Reed, you saw what he did against LSU last year.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw what Pavia did to him last week. But now I'm going to tell you something. If you want to watch elite on elite, this is the game. Wide receivers versus DBs. LSU's got some DBU. That's what they call themselves. But A&M's got some elite receivers too. So we're going to see. It's pretty interesting. I'm really looking forward to this game. I need the Aggies to win. I think if the Aggies win, y'all can chime in. And I see Moss over there in the chats. What's up, Moss? y'all could even chime in on this, but do you think A&M is the team that is undefeated, ranked the highest, that's getting the least national attention?
Oh, without a doubt. I think that they're the undefeated team that's ranked where they are that is not getting as much love as, of course, Indiana and Ohio State is getting. I mean, if I'm a Texas A&M fan, I want to be right where they're at right now, though. You know, I don't want a whole lot of people talking about me. I want to
Right.
be able to keep that chip on my shoulder. Listen, we undefeated like these other teams. Ain't nobody said nothing about us. Okay, we're gonna show them. And every week that can be your fuel to prove to the world that listen, we that deal. And I would like that position for them. And I'm glad that they don't get the kind of publicity that they're doing right now. By the end of the season, though, they ain't gonna be flying under the radar no more. That's for sure. I
Yeah,
think everybody knows they're a really good football team, though.
I think if you win this game, you're off that under the radar mode.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Was Moss said? Do you think with a win,
He said
A&M is in contention
for something major?
Yeah, well, okay. Major for A&M, since it hasn't happened, would be making it to Atlanta. Going to the SEC championship game, win or lose, going there would be the major step for A&M. After that, okay, with a win today, A&M's in the playoff. Let's just put it that way, because the worst they'll finish at that point, unless they stumble against South Carolina, is 10-2. That's in the playoff. So if you win this week, you're locked into the playoff, pretty much. Do they want more than that? Of course they do. But I think the main goal for this team this year had to be, every team lists goals. Win your home games, do good on the road, make it to Atlanta. Had to be the top goals first. After that, you can flip it and reassess and go make the college football playoff, win a playoff game. A team like A&M that has been all talented but not put it together, you have to take baby steps. You're not just going to shock the world and go win the national title this year. I don't see that happening. Do I see them with the ability to play for it? Yeah, I do. Will they? Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, I think with a win, A&M has everything in front of them that they want. Even with a loss, A&M has everything in front of them.
Yeah,
that's the good thing about this.
Yeah, they're in the best position right now in the SEC. Them in Alabama. So we'll see how that thing plays out. He also wants to know, that was his next question, do they have a shot at number one with a mauling at LSU?
I don't think so.
No, I mean, Ohio State that's their lock right now. Nobody's looking as great as Ohio State. But to Texas A&M's credit, though, they've shown that they can win the football game in multiple ways. They can play good defense. They can also throw the football and win that way. They can also run the football and win that way. So they've showed that they can win football games in multiple ways. And if that defense continues to get better and better each week, they can make some trouble for some folks. What's happening, Mr. Whitmore?
How you doing?
We enjoy you joining the show. If you got any questions out there for us, you can put that in the chat. We appreciate you joining us this morning. You have mentioned something about if LSU loses today, they're really going to have to consider probably getting rid of Brian Kelly. The SEC has quite a few teams and coaches that are probably on the really, really hot seats. I think Auburn's coach is on the hot seat. LSU's coach is on the hot seat. We already saw what happened at Florida. It could possibly happen in South Carolina as well. We saw it happen in Arkansas. You're talking about half of the league possibly having coaches on the hot seat who could possibly be changing positions next year. What's your thoughts on Brian Kelly? And is he more like James Franklin? And will he find him another top tier job after showing that he can't win big games at two separate universities that are prime for winning?
Let me pop back to Moss's question real quick. If it was Alabama or Georgia we were playing this week, then yes, we would move up to number one. But LSU, no, I don't think so. Brian Kelly's not a fit in Louisiana. From that whole first press conference where he tried to do that fake Southern accent, and if you ain't ever seen it, y'all go look it up on YouTube. It's pretty funny. He's just not a good fit down there. He has all the resources in the world. They spent millions on this transfer portal and have got nothing from it. That fan base, the seats warm. A loss tonight at home where he's all, oh, we've only lost one home game at night and all this, and he's ramping it up. You lose tonight at home, even to the number 3 team A&M. And that seat, that burner gets turned just a little bit more to the right. But then you got to follow it up with, I think they got to buy after this, and then they go to Bama.
Mm-hmm.
So after that Bama game, that burner goes a little more, and it might go too far. You mentioned Hugh Freeze over at Auburn. His seat, he's the marshmallow, and he's already on the end of the stick. Okay, and the fire's already been lit, so it's just a matter of time for him. And if they lose to Arkansas, it might be a matter of hours for him.
Yeah. That's definitely a game that they can lose too. Arkansas can definitely put up enough points to beat them, even though they got a really good defense.
That is the weirdest game of the day. That is week on week and good on good. Arkansas's offense is elite. Auburn's defense is great. Auburn's offense is garbage. Oklahoma's defense is garbage. This game could either be 41-40 or 6-3. Not real sure which.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know, Wiz. I know you're glad that Brian Kelly went ahead and packed his bags. He probably should have stayed there in terms of being able to muster up rosters every year that could win championships. But I know y'all glad that he left because Marcus Freeman is the man right now. So I know y'all glad to have him instead of Brian Kelly. I'm just anxious to see where Brian Kelly lands if he does get fired. I don't see a major university taking a chance on him unless it's one of the lower Power 4 schools and he try to build that. But I can't see a top tier blue blood taking on Brian Kelly after the 2 track records he done had at Notre Dame and LSU.
I think Penn State takes a flyer at him.
You think so? Yes, it's possible. It's possible.
From up there, he likes that North stuff. I mean, that's what I see. And I see with the Notre Dame fan, Whitmore, Mr. Whitmore over there. He's a Notre Dame fan. Trust me. I like Notre Dame too. I'd be worried about your coach, though. Because I'm hearing Florida might be throwing a bag at Freeman.
Yeah, they're throwing a bag at him, for sure.
So, I don't know. You never know. I don't think Freeman would leave Notre Dame. He's built something pretty nice there, and he's pretty stable there. But, that Florida, that weather, there's a lot to like about it. But that's just something I'm hearing is he's one of the names Florida's going to look at if Kiffin turns him down. I think Kiffin is Florida's number 1 target.
Yeah, he's their number 1
And if he turns him down, I think they're going to turn to Marcus Freeman. I don't think James Franklin is a fit for Florida. Yeah, that's true. That's how y'all lost Kelly. LSU threw a bag at him, and he took it. And LSU's regretting throwing that bag at him, too.
Yeah, they sure are. They sure are. Let's. I don't know if you tuned in to any NBA action right now, but
Little
Wembley
bit.
did something in that first game, man, that really amazed me to see how he played. Do you think that if he continues to play at this level and he stays healthy, that they will probably try to do some load management with him during the season, just to keep him as fresh as possible going into if they could possibly make the playoffs?
I think they have to.
Yeah.
He's been in the league 2 years and he hasn't finished a year once. Super talented, amazing talent, fun to watch. But you can't. You have to load management that kid, especially unless something falls apart and you like lose 10 games in a row and are pretty much out of the playoffs. At that point, you load management him anyway because you're not going to make the playoffs.
Mhm.
But if you know you're in contention, you got to load management him to make the playoffs so that he's healthy when the playoffs start. But my biggest NBA take this week is Luka's going off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Lucas Ball.
and Cooper Flag is struggling hardcore.
Did you think going in Cooper Flag would struggle after seeing him play a couple of games in the G League and the Summer League? Did you think he would come in and struggle a little bit?
I did. I mean, it's a big change going from college where you can to the NBA. I mean, I know he's super talented and the kid's going to be good. Don't get me wrong. But the way that offense plays, I mean, you're still missing Kyrie. I think if Kyrie's out there, Flag's a lot better because he's handling the ball a lot still. I just think he's a more natural fit on the wing. So, I mean, he's going to struggle. I get it. But, man, those fans in Dallas are not happy. They've already started the fire Nico chants again, especially when Luka's putting up 92 in 2 games and Flag's put up like 25 or 30 total. Those fans are not happy down there. We'll see what happens, though. I mean, I like Luka. I'm not a Lakers fan at all, but I root for the Lakers because I love Luka. I think Luka's great.
Yeah, I like Luka as well, and this is a good time for him to go ahead and put this team where he wants it to be before LeBron comes back. So that LeBron knows, listen, man, you got to play second fiddle. This is Luka's team. Let Luka do his thing, and you come in there and you role play. You let him do his thing, though. And hopefully LeBron takes that position. We know how LeBron's thinking can be sometimes, but he should be working on his farewell tour as opposed to trying to be the man in LA, in my opinion.
Yeah, jumping. Did you watch any of that football game last night? North Texas and Charlotte?
No, I looked at that blowout score, but I didn't watch any of the game.
But that game was 17-17 at half.
What?
Yeah. And actually Charlotte took a 20-17 lead in the third quarter. And then North Texas rattled off 37 straight.
Yeah,
That quarterback from North Texas, Mestmeyer or whatever his name is, that kid's a true freshman. And he just set the ACC record for yards passing with 608. And he didn't even start as the high school quarterback. He never started a high school game.
Yeah, he can spin it. Somebody's gonna. Should definitely want to get him on their sideline next season, if not as their starter.
Auburn.
Yeah. They made a bad choice in getting Jackson Arnold. Somebody definitely he can spin that freaking football, bro.
I mean, that kid's not going to be at North Texas long because somebody's going to throw a ball. Auburn, Kentucky, one of them is going to throw about Arkansas because Taylor Green's going to be leaving. I mean, that kid looked pretty good last night.
Yeah, he did. He looked good in the games that I've seen him play. And I remember hearing this story that he hadn't played in any of his high school games, and I think they were shopping his tape around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just him throwing the football really on air, and ended up, getting to North Texas. But he's balling out. He's balling out for sure. Anything that stands out to you in the NFL ranks right now? I think that Lamar Jackson is probably going to sit out the rest of this year. I don't think he's going to return. Baltimore doesn't have a chance to make the playoffs. It doesn't even make any sense for him to come back. But is there anything else out there in the NFL that you think is noteworthy to talk about?
I actually saw a report yesterday that said Lamar Jackson's close to returning.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if he sits out this week, let's say, and they lose again, maybe he does just take the year to fully recover. But if Baltimore, say, were to win a game, and that AFC North is kind of a tight jumble right now, they might think that they still have a chance. So, but yeah, I saw that pop up on my feed yesterday that Lamar Jackson trending towards return, but we'll see what happened. Jet Life said he's slated to start Sunday, so that's even gone better than what it was when I saw it.
Because I think they're 1-1 in the division. They're 1-1, I think.
Think so.
So they can still come back. They got time to make some noise in there because they still got those rest of those division games left.
Yeah, the NFL is just so crazy sometimes. What I really watch for the NFL is I watch the Bengals, and I want to see, can Flacco just keep them in contention until Burrow can get back? That's what I want to see. Can we still be in the mix when Burrow can come back? Or if they're better than that and Flacco goes on a run and they win a few games in a row and get really good, does Burrow kind of just sit back and wait and rehab even more and then come back for the playoffs? So, that's what I'm watching. I mean, like I said, right now, I don't really get too deep into the NFL till around Thanksgiving-ish when college football, before the playoff starts, of course, with college football. But, I got my 2 weeks left in my racing season, so I'm really locked into that right now. So, that's just kind of what I watch. I pretty much just keep an eye on the Bengals during the first part of the season, and then as we get later in the season, I start looking around at playoffs and what's going on from there.
Yeah. What do you think about Little C. White's statement right here? I think Washington is going to upset the Chiefs with both Terry and Debo expected to return Monday night versus Kansas City.
Depends. It could happen, but is Daniels going to be healthy? He's been nicked up pretty good too. With Debo and Terry, it gives you more weapons, but where is that game? Is it at Washington or at Kansas City?
It's in Kansas City.
If it's in Kansas City, I'd have to lean to the Chiefs. The Chiefs aren't bad. They're pretty good. So I just think Washington, I don't know how healthy they are completely. And that would kind of just scare me off with Daniels. If Daniels is 100%, I'd give Washington a better fight. But I think Kansas City, it just beats them. But I could see his reasoning with both of them coming back because those are two elite players in the league.
Yeah. I could see it happening, but without Daniels, that's kind of tough. I think Mariota runs it. You don't have to change the offense since it's Mariota because they're basically the same kind of quarterback. Just one is probably just a little bit more talented.
What do you got thoughts on? your Longhorns. How do you feel about this game?
Man, this game scares the hell out of me.
It should.
I mean, this Mississippi State team is no slouches. They're much better than what they were last year. I believe they get their best running back, the guy from that transferred from South Alabama, 240, big bruising body. Now, of course, Texas' run defense is really, really good. But if they can get any kind of run game against Texas, then that opens up the play action pass for the quarterback, who is not bad, man. He's not a bad quarterback. He likes to throw that deep ball. They got two guys on the outside, Brendan Thompson, and I think the other kid's last name might be Evans or something. They run 10, 200-meter dashes, so those guys can fly and get over the top. We're going to be without Michael Taft. We might get a little bit faster, a little bit more athletic at the safety position, but we don't get smarter. And I'd rather have smarts back there than athlete. But I think we should be able to cover that up. It's a very, very scary game for us. If Arch Manning misses the easy throws like he has in the past against a team like Mississippi State, who their goal is to control the ball game, to control the clock, to have 12 to 15 play drives and take up with one drive a whole half of a quarter, which means they're trying to limit possessions for Texas all day long. And Texas plays a bend, but don't break kind of defense where they're going to give you yardage inside the 20s and then buckle down once you get in the red zone. We can't afford to do that kind of style of football against Mississippi State because they want to run the clock. And we mess around and don't get enough possessions, which means that keeps Arch Manning from getting in some type of rhythm, which could hurt us. We're probably going to get C.J. Baxter back, which helps us to run inside zone, which if we can get that rolling, because Mississippi State's rush defense is not very good, but we thought that again against Kentucky last week, and we weren't able to run the football at all. But I think that's our best option, to be able to run inside zone where these guys can just be mano-a-mano on the line of scrimmage and me against you, and let me lean on you for 3.5 quarters and see how you do down the stretch. That's going to have to be the formula for Texas in this game, being able to run the football and get the short passes, and then hopefully play action pass can open up for Arch to throw the ball down the field. But it's a very, very scary game, in my opinion, because they slowed Texas down in the first half last year, which I'm quite sure they're going to try to do again this year by having ball control offense. But we got to win it. We can't afford to lose it. That's for sure.
Now this is Arch started this game last year too.
Yeah.
So he's got some experience starting now. He was at home. Playing in front of all them cowbells is different. Which you mentioned, the running back for Mississippi State, the 240-pound, bruiser, their stud running back. Still weird to me that he's 240 like that, and his name's Fluff, but whatever.
Fluff Bagwell, something like that.
Fluff Bothwell or Bagwell.
Bothwell, yeah.
He's questionable. So we'll see. But I think if that kid can go, he's going to try to go. He looked pretty good against A&M until he got hurt in that game. But that game would scare me as a Texas fan too. Any road game can scare you.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. We got some. The Blue Jays put it on the Dodgers last night.
Oh, really?
11-4. Yeah.
Now, Ohtani, he's for the Dodgers, right?
Right.
Now, he went out there and pitched a 10-strikeout game and also hit 3 home runs in that game to make it to play the Blue Jays, right?
I'd have to go back and look at how the final game of that series went. I was keeping up with the Mariners and the Blue Jays more than the Dodgers series.
Yeah, I think that's what happened in that final game. He ended up having 10 freaking strikeouts, bro. And then hit 3 home runs too. That's freaking unheard of. That's probably the greatest sports feat ever. That a guy can go out and pitch a game, get double-digit strikeouts, and then knock 3 home runs. That's nuts.
Yeah, I'm actually going to look that up just to make sure that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if we give Archmanny some easy throws to get him in rhythm, we might be able to have some success today. But we can't start off slow and funky. That's for sure.
Yeah, that was right. 3 homers, 10 strikeouts.
That is nuts, bro. That is nuts.
I don't get it. I mean, that's just insane to me.
In a closeout game at that. That gotta be the greatest sports feat ever.
It's definitely up there. It's on the Mount Rushmore of sports feats. Here's a weird stat in baseball. Here's a question. I'll give you the stat first. If the Dodgers win the World Series, this will be, I think, the 5th consecutive year that a person named Will Smith has won the World Series.
Oh, wow, really?
There was a reliever that won it, I want to say, when the Royals won it, then the Astros won it, then the Rangers won it. He was on all 3 of those teams. And now there's a catcher for the Dodgers named Will Smith who won last year and could win it this year.
Well, parents out there, if you're going to have any more children, if you want a champion, you better name him Will Smith, even if your last name is something different.
Just make it Smith anyway.
Yeah, just make it Smith anyway. That is very, very interesting.
But that got me thinking, does just winning championships make you a Hall of Fame caliber player if you're on the team? Especially in like baseball, which we know it's hard to get into the Hall of Fame, but this Will Smith guy was a reliever on 3 teams in a row that went to the World Series and won it. Does that make him a Hall of Fame player? Do the number of championships make you a Hall of Famer? Or do you have to have other accolades to go with it?
Maybe in baseball, you're probably going to have some other accolades to go with it. But that's a really good point, because I think Robert Horry and what he did in the NBA, winning those championships, and he was knocking down some key shots. So I think that in his instance, I think he did enough. He has enough to prove that he should probably be in the Hall of Fame with the championships that he has. But in baseball, you gotta have some other stats to go with that. Just winning championships probably isn't enough, in my opinion.
That was my opinion. That was my take on it too.
Yeah.
Especially as a relief pitcher. Because you may get in and face 3 batters every other game. So.
Yeah, Wiz, I agree. Horry, Hall of Fame for sure. Definitely go Texas today. Their back is against the wall. They can't afford to lose no games. None whatsoever.
No.
What do you follow much hockey?
Oh yeah. I have season tickets to the Blue Jackets.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a nephew who plays hockey. And so he plays on a traveling team because his high school doesn't have a hockey team. And he really likes it. I mean, he took right to it when he first started, maybe about 7-8 years ago. And he really, really likes it. I haven't quite been able to follow the game that well because I don't know what offsides is. I don't know, when you draw a penalty and all that good stuff. But what can you tell us about hockey and what's going on there?
Well, I mean, obviously the season just started. Um, the Blue Jackets, I had really high hopes, and they may turn it around, but they've started really slow. They're still the biggest issue the Blue Jackets have is they need goaltending. Um, they need some goal. If they had better goaltending, the Blue Jackets would be a playoff team every year. Um, my team, obviously, the Dallas Stars, started off 3-0, looking really good, and then they've lost 4 in a row. So, but again, you're 7 games into an 82 game season or something. So, it's no panic right now. To me, hockey is one of the most electric sports there is. If you've never been to a professional hockey game, you need to go to one. You will be. My wife is she likes sports? No, either that or she tolerates it. I'm not real sure. But she took me to a Blue Jackets game for my birthday 4 years ago. They lost, but she loved it, the intensity. And so we started talking, and then we went and did the whole season ticket thing. She loves it. She loves the heck out of it. It's, I had to explain to her all the rules. You can't pass it all the way down the ice because it's icing and all this different offsides and all these different things. But she's got it now and she loves it. She enjoys the heck out of it. She's up there yelling and screaming like some rabid fan up in the stands when Columbus scores or whatever. So hockey, we need to give it a little bit. I mean, guys are still finding their legs. Give hockey till probably the end of November, and teams will really start separating themselves. You'll start seeing teams get into a rhythm. That's normally when hockey kind of, okay, now we can start seeing who's where. But yeah, to me, it's one of the best sports to go watch in person.
Yeah, I agree, cousin Chad. Ice hockey is kind of confusing for me. Maybe if I learned the rules and I understood the offsides and all that kind of stuff, I probably would like it a little bit better. Now I did like the Miracle on Ice though when USA beat Russia that year or Canada, one of them teams that year. I watched that whole thing, man, and that was exciting. Who's your
Yeah,
favorite all time hockey player, or do you got a top 3 or top 5?
my favorite all-time hockey player is based on my, stars, and is Mike Modano. Uh, I loved watching Mike Modano play when I was back in Texas and going to Stars games all the time. Um, he'd be at the top of my list. I loved the goalie Eddie Belfour, mainly because he won the Stanley Cup for the Stars. But I mean, you've got so many. I mean, Ray Bourque, and there's just so many people that have been so good that I've watched. But most of my favorites are from the Stars. I do like the kid from Columbus. What is his name? Fantilli. He's the young kid. Zach Werenski, one of the defensive men. I really like him too. I like the way he plays. They had probably one of the most electric players in hockey, who ultimately was, tragically killed last year. Johnny Gaudreau. They were hit by a drunk driver while bicycling, but he was electric. Alex Ovechkin is, greatest goal scorer of all time. Wayne Gretzky was, there's so many people that if you don't follow hockey, you won't know these names. Or those are names, I'm sorry, if you don't follow hockey, you will know. Wayne Gretzky, Alex Ovechkin, Brett Hull, Bobby Hull, Ray Bourque, all these different people. But Who is this? They cheer, throw smoke, flares. Yeah, we'll go to a MC, go to an LSU football game in Baton Rouge and get ready. You better hope it rains because these guys go to the bathroom and fill up balloons full of pee and throw them at people.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Been to a game in Baton Rouge. Yeah, you got to dodge the pee balloons.
Man, listen, man, this might be a little bit too over the top right there, man.
Brother, that's them Baton Rouge Cajun people. That's them Louisianans, man. You don't mess with them dudes.
Man, listen. That's a fight, bro. That's
right.
a fight.
Well, you don't know where it came from.
Somebody getting in a fight that day. If I kid was a fist, somebody getting in a fight that day.
I agree.
That is nuts. Throw
but
smoke flares.
If you want
to, they throw smoke flares. What?
Oh yeah, yes. Anything over in Europe, basketball, soccer, them people, they get passionate. I'm not even going to argue with that. Those dudes, that's a different level of passion. That's like misdemeanors, you know. But hockey, I mean, like I said, we get something popping, you know. Especially get rolling here a little bit. Like I said, I plan on doing a thing on my page over there for like NASCAR for beginners. Kind of go through a little hockey for beginners too. Yeah. Kind of go over some of the different rules and all that kind of stuff, you know. That's just something I can throw down on my page over there, and we get some people be like, come over, watch, whatever, and just kind of have a little chat about it. Speaking of which, you know, like today or this weekend is the final race of the regular season, the playoffs. Last night they raced, the trucks raced. They're in Martinsville, Virginia. And I'm telling you, the top 4 in points after this weekend are the ones that will race for the championship. That truck race had one guy who had already won a race, so he was locked in. You had another guy at +2 points, a guy at 1 point, and a guy at -1 point, and then the one tied at the end of the race. So they had to go who had the best result in that round. And the guy that tied at the end of the race finished second last night and got to go to the championship 4, and the other guy got kicked out.
Oh,
it's intense. If you go watch you can find it on I think NASCAR's YouTube channel probably has it on there. You can find the end of that race, the Truck Series race last night. Mm-hmm. Dude, it's insane. But it'll be like that tonight, the Xfinity Series, and then tomorrow, of course, the Big Boys race. It's like this. I mean, the points just the whole. So, yeah, if you want to see something that's pretty intense, these guys are pushing each other out of the way, trying to get. I need a place, and they're just pushing them and trying to get to the front. And I was sitting there watching it, going, "Oh, we're fixing to have a big wreck," and then they didn't. So, but it's pretty intense to watch and listen to the announcers. They're screaming because the point. It's crazy, but. Those are sports that are kind of, I mean, I know hockey's a big sport, and NASCAR is a huge sport, especially down south. But those are sports that a lot of people don't really follow too much until maybe the playoffs. Mm-hmm. You know, hockey's problem is it competes with basketball. NASCAR's problem is, I mean, that doesn't really have a problem in the beginning of the season, but at the end of the season, it starts competing with football. So, but yeah, those are the two of the more lesser known sports as far as the big sports go in America.
Is there a difference between NASCAR and Formula One?
Oh, big difference. Tons of differences. Formula One has so many rules. Well, Formula One's rules are You can spend whatever you want on your car. NASCAR, you have a set rules you have to follow. I mean, specs of cars, heights of cars, weights of cars, everything is. Formula One, if you touch another driver, there could be a penalty. NASCAR encourages it.
Oh, okay.
You literally will see guys hitting each other to move them out of the way. I got to go. I got to get through. So they bump them in the back and it sends them up the track and they go on underneath them.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that's how that happened. I've seen it before, but I didn't know that's what they were doing.
Yeah. They move them out of the way. I got to get in front of you. I got to go. You got to move. That's why, like tonight or this weekend, this is the last chance for people to make the championship race. So these guys are going to be doing whatever they can do to get. You'll see guys like Ryan Blaney, who's normally a very conservative, doesn't really ruffle any feathers. You're going to see him knocking people out the way. I got to go. You got to move. So yeah, there's a ton of differences but between the two sports. We call Formula One, NASCAR guys call Formula One like the ballet of auto racing. And they call like the NASCAR, like, I don't even know what you call it, like a mosh pit. Just people banging and bumping, and you'll get fights after the race. You'll get drivers punching each other. There's just so many different things between the two sports that it's so different.
Yeah. So when they finish those races and they win, it looked like they got a container of something white like milk. What is that?
That's the Indy 500.
Oh, okay.
At the Indy 500, and even when NASCAR races there, the Brickyard, the winner, it started years and years and years ago. Somebody won a race and he didn't want the champagne because I guess he didn't drink. So he drank milk, and that just started the process.
Okay. Wow.
And now before you go race there, every driver fills out a card with what kind of milk do they prefer. Skim, 2%, soy milk, almond milk.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
if you win, they give you what you want. Yeah. Yeah, that's that's only an Indy that I've ever seen that one done. Most of the guys in NASCAR, when they win, are cracking beer. It's just that good old boy mentality. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of differences between all three aspects, because you've got NASCAR, IndyCar, and Formula One are the big three racing series, and the fans of each sport will tell you theirs is better. Formula One people will tell you Formula One's better than NASCAR because the cars are faster. People in Indy will tell you they're better than Formula One because there's more of a skill set. People in NASCAR will tell you we have the best drivers in the world because we can drive 6 inches away from each other or bump into each other and still not wreck. So you're going to get it from every angle. Just depends on what you like. I just have always been a big fan of NASCAR. I like the big muscle cars. I like the big sound of a big V8 engine, just 700 horsepower. I just love it.
Also, so Formula One and NASCAR is different from the Indianapolis 500?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Indy cars are similar to Formula One cars in look.
Mm-hmm.
They just race different tracks. And they race some of the same, of course. Don't get me wrong. But the Indy 500 is, you have an IndyCar series, which is pretty much owned by Roger Penske.
Okay.
You have the NASCAR series, which is owned by the France family, which Roger Penske owns a team in that too.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Blaney is one of his drivers. The Columbus boy, Ryan Blaney. And then Formula One is mostly based over in Europe and stuff. They do race in America, but it's mainly over there where they do a lot of racing. And that's mainly just people from all over. You got people from Germany, people from England, people from America. You got people from all over racing over there. But they're all three different series. They all three have different rules. They all three have different, specs to the cars. They all three have different, so like they're all three different. Formula One and IndyCar are more similar. NASCAR is the furthest out to the side. Formula One and Indy are more similar to where you can have penalties for impeding another driver or bumping another driver, where in NASCAR you really don't.
Oh, okay.
I mean, NASCAR is kind of like demolition derby of racing.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll go through and put some stuff on my page and do some videos on my page after the season ends and start prepping for the off season. I'll probably try to do a video a week on NASCAR for beginners, how to get into it, how I can break down the app that I use to get free tickets, all that stuff.
Cool. SEC Sean's channel was scrolling across the bottom for those of you out there. So go check his channel out. It's SEC Sean. Don't look at that YT. I don't know why FanDuel said put that YT in there. I don't even know what that stands
Just to say YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Okay, yeah.
Some of the guys got Facebook, like City League TV on Facebook.
Yeah.
So he threw in the YT. Plus it's FanDuel, so there ain't no telling what he's doing.
Yeah, he got all these acronyms out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what that stands for.
You'll know you're on the right page if you search SEC Sean and you see the NASCAR logo across the top, and you'll see an A&M logo.
Cool. Are you familiar with Raines Newman out of South Bend? I guess he raced cars as well.
I'm not. I'm really not. The main one I know out of Indiana is, of course, Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart, and I think there's a guy drives a 19 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. That Joe Gibbs.
Yeah.
Chase Briscoe, I think he's from Indiana also. I don't know Raines Newman. That one, I don't know what series he races in. He might be an IndyCar, and I don't follow IndyCar as much. I'll watch the Indy 500, but I don't watch a lot of IndyCar racing. I watch Formula One mainly because it's on at 7 a.m. normally, and that'll get me through to my NASCAR race.
Cool. Well, let's focus the last maybe 10 minutes or so on college football, what we got in action today. What's your thoughts on that Oklahoma game today? They got a good matchup today, and they really need to win this game if they're gonna stay relevant in this SEC race. Do you think they can pull out this win today? They got who they got today?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yeah. That's a big game today for both of them. How do you see this thing going? What's the keys to victory for both teams?
Oklahoma's got to run the ball. Not with
Material.
Yeah. Thank you. They've got to run the ball with their running backs. Oklahoma's defense is elite. It's a good defense. Okay. If they can control the clock and keep Ole Miss stumbling around, then I have Oklahoma winning this game. Pretty tight, but I have Oklahoma winning. You also got to factor in the noise. This affects college football players more than people think, but the noise of Kiffin going to Florida has got to affect those players. Plus, you're going to be in the rain. So, does that affect Ole Miss or Oklahoma more? I think it affects Ole Miss because they like to throw the ball a lot more. Now, you have the old adage. A question for you. Does the rain affect the offense or defense more?
If I had to pick one, I would say it affects the offense more.
Yeah, I think it affects the defense because the offense knows where they're going.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of a toss-up. That's my thoughts on that one. That's my keys to victory. Ole Miss has to be able to throw the ball, and Oklahoma has to be able to run the ball. Whoever does that better wins the game.
Yeah. If Oklahoma's defense is so good, man, that they're not going to allow you to do a whole lot. And they got good pass rush that's organic. They don't have to send no blitzes at you. They got some really good pass rushing guys up the middle and off the edges. I think that's going to probably be the key for them. The fact that their defense is not going to allow Ole Miss's quarterback to just do whatever he want to do back there. Even though they only sacked Arch Manning one time, they forced Arch Manning out the pocket every time he dropped back. And I think Arch Manning is probably maybe a little bit more athletic than Ole Miss's quarterback, but not by much because I think he has some athleticism too, the Ole Miss quarterback. Uh, but they're not going to give him no easy throwing lanes, and he ain't going to have no whole lot of time to be going from option 1 to option 3. That's for sure. So I think Oklahoma's going to win this game because of their defense. They may not be able to run the football well enough that they're going to probably force Mateer to have to run. But if he can continue to protect that thumb as it gets healthier in each and every week, they might be able to pull this game out because he's going to run a couple of design runs for sure just to keep the defense honest. But their offensive line is atrocious. But they got to get better at some point to where they can find some kind of running game, whether it be inside zone, outside zone, gap, something to help their running backs, man, because they don't run the ball well at all. Yeah.
No, I agree. I was trying to see if I had a game pulled up here that I was curious your thoughts on it. I gotta find it again. That South Florida Memphis game.
Memphis is at home, man, and I want to give them some love, but I just don't think they're physical enough for this South Florida team, man. In the second half, that South Florida team really get after you, and they really go to what their style of play is, and it's to be as physical as possible on offense and defense. And I think their quarterback with the legs that he has will probably be the difference in this game. If he doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes, which he's known to do. He's known to throw the ball away and he's known to fumble. So if he can hold that down and not commit a bunch of turnovers, I just don't see Memphis being able to be physical enough to beat this South Florida team. And this South Florida team has been tested, bro. They didn't play some really good matchups. I'm taking South Florida in this game because I just think they're going to be too physical for Memphis.
Yeah. Being that I kind of put North Texas in my playoff bracket, I kind of need Memphis to win this game. I need Memphis to win it to lock it all back down. Then everybody has a loss. I think the only USF, Navy, and Tulane are all undefeated in conference. So I need Memphis to beat South Florida, and then next week I need North Texas to beat Navy, and then somebody beat Tulane, and then we're just gonna. I want chaos in that conference. I want chaos. We've got chaos in the SEC. There's chaos in the Big 12. I want chaos in every conference. The only one that doesn't have any chaos is the Big 10.
Yeah. We got UCLA. We talked about it on Thursday, traveling to Indiana. They're on a 3-game winning streak. They got to be riding really, really confidently. They got to be really excited about being able to have the opportunity to go and play Indiana, the number 2 ranked team in the country. Is there something that UCLA can do to possibly be in this game going late into the fourth quarter with a chance to win this?
play pissed off. Play pissed off. You're UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles. You are a 26.5-point underdog. I'd be pissed off. Play with a chip on your shoulder. To me, that's UCLA's play mad, throw everything on the line. What do you have to lose? You're expected to lose, and you're expected to lose bad. Throw it all out there. Flea flickers, reverses, do everything. I don't care. Fake punts, fake field goals. I don't care. Do whatever. I would just play on fire and keep. That's just what I would do. I would be just pissed off. And I would just turn it into whatever. Do whatever we want. Let's be aggressive. Don't go for it on 4th and 1 from your own 22-yard line. Go. You have nothing to lose. You're not going to the playoff unless you win the Big Ten. That's not going to happen. You know. So that's how I think that's just what I would do if I was UCLA. To me, I'd be pissed. To be
I'm anxious to see how they play in this game because they got an opportunity to really muddy the waters in the Big Ten right now. They're riding high on a 3-game win streak. They're believing in the coaching staff, I guess, more than what they were under Foster. I'm anxious to see what they do today. I'm gonna try to tune into that game as much as possible to see what kind of game UCLA comes out with. Can they match the physicality of Indiana? Indiana's a really physical team, and you don't really think about Indiana being a physical team, but up under Cignetti, they're very, very physical. What's your thoughts on BYU traveling to Iowa State? That's a pretty scary game for me, I think, for BYU.
It is.
Iowa State can maybe pull out a victory over them. Their run game isn't that good. They're going to need that today, though, to beat BYU.
I have BYU winning. I don't. I know they're on the road. I can't understand why Iowa State is the favorite in this game. I don't know. I think BYU wins. I like that quarterback from BYU. And it's not very often you see a quarterback wearing 47. But I know going to Iowa State is rough. Playing in Ames is pretty tough. You're a Longhorn fan. The Longhorns have been up there numerous times and got beat when they shouldn't have.
Yeah. Hated going there.
Well, the advantage is it's not a night game up there. So that's a big advantage for BYU, I think. I think BYU wins, and I think BYU probably wins by 10. I just think BYU. I think you're going to get BYU and Texas Tech coming up in a couple of weeks, and then I think you're going to get it again in the Big 12 championship game. But I think BYU is just a more complete team than Iowa State.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that 3-high safety look is going to be able for Iowa State is going to be able to confuse BYU's offense enough to have them thinking something is open when it's not. And can Matt Campbell get his guys up to play spoiler right now? They started off kind of hot, but they've dropped a couple of games. Can they go ahead and play spoiler right now? It's a game that they got to get if they want to have any chance of making it to the Big 12 championship game. So hopefully they can muster up enough to pull this game out. But I got BYU winning it as well. I just think they're physical. They're gonna do what they want to do, and they're not going to deviate from that. So I think that goes to their coaching.
And I think if BYU can run the ball, that'll pull them out of that 3-high safety look.
Mm-hmm.
But staying in that conference, Baylor-Cincinnati is an intriguing game.
It's fireworks, because I think that game was maybe, 60? The over and under was over 60 points, I believe, 66, something like that.
It was 66. It's now gone to 67.
Wow. No
Yeah.
defense, all scoring. Yeah, I think I got Cincinnati in that game. I think that they played good enough defense to be able to hold Baylor out of the end zone a few times, and I don't think Baylor can stop them from getting in the end zone. No, as much as they're going to stop Baylor from getting in the end zone. So I'm going with Cincinnati right there. I like that Cincinnati team. They only got the one loss to Nebraska, first game of the season. They're probably pretty confident right now. And Baylor, after losing several close games, 1 point scores, uh, they're probably thinking that their season is over because they probably aren't going to make the Big 12 championship game. But they might want to spoil it for Cincinnati.
I got Cincinnati winning this game, but I'm not confident in it.
Yeah.
I'm not confident in Baylor either. I mean,
Right.
like I told you on Thursday, we discussed this game on Thursday. Baylor lost to Auburn. Baylor gave up 38 points to Auburn.
Yeah.
So I think I said it on Thursday too. I take the over, even though it moved up to 67.5. I take the over in this game because I think both teams get well into the 30s.
Yeah. I can see that for sure.
The over might be low. This over might be these two could combine for 90 to 100 in this game. That's just what I see.
If Baylor loses this game, do they have to think about going ahead and getting away from Dave Aranda?
Yeah, Aranda's coaching for his job. I've got a service out of Texas, Dave Campbell's Texas Football.
Yeah. I'm familiar with Dave.
They have a YouTube channel also, and that was one of the topics: is Dave Aranda coaching for his job, and everybody seems to agree he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's some interesting slates today. Tell you some other little tidbits of information to carry in your pocket. Said it on Thursday. Remember, A&M hasn't beaten LSU in LSU since '94. A&M hasn't started 8-0 since 1939.
Ooh.
That was the last year they won a national championship. SEC teams in the second game of a road trip against SEC schools. So A&M's on the second road trip, Texas, Tennessee, and Missouri are all on the second game of a back-to-back road trip. In the SEC, those teams are 0-4 this year.
Oh, don't tell me that. Oh.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
second game, they've lost them all.
When I looked at Texas' schedule and I seen that month that we don't have no home games, I was concerned.
This one, I mean, that's A&M. I mean, 3 home games, 3 road games. I mean, I'm just like, oh, come on, man.
Oh, snap. 3?
Yeah, we go to LSU. Then we get a bye week.
Yeah.
Then we got Missouri on the road. So, yeah, we went 3 home games, 3 road games, and then we go home, away to finish the season at Texas. But, yeah, those are just some little weird facts that I came across that just made me, wow, I didn't realize that,
Yeah, I think one thing that's probably going to be pretty good for Texas in this road trip is when they went on the road to Florida. Florida had a bye before that game. Then when they went to Kentucky, Kentucky had a bye before that game. Mississippi State don't get no bye, so maybe that might help Texas.
It's possible, Zay. I mean, if you go by the trends, but trends are meant to be broken too.
Facts.
So we're gonna see what happens. We fix to go. I'm gonna go crank it up. Watch a little SEC Nation this morning.
Yeah. What you think about the Missouri Vandy?
think I took Vandy to win this game. I think it'll be close. This game hinges, the keys to this game. Can Missouri run the ball? Can Vandy control the clock? By moving the ball, of course, completing third down percentage, things like that. Vandy has to control the clock. You have to make Bo Prabula beat you. Bo Prabula in his first 5 games, I think, was 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. In his last 2 or 3 games, 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Or 3 interceptions. Maybe it's 3 and 3. Yeah, it's 3 and 3. So he's like 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions or something on the season. You got to make Bo Prabula beat you. Prove he can beat you. That's how Vandy wins this game. Control the clock and limit Missouri. And then Missouri has to run the ball. Hardy's got to get going. So that's my key to that game. But I got Vandy winning. I think Pavia makes a play at the end of the game to pull it out.
Yeah, I agree with your point. Vandy need to control the clock. And I'm telling you right now, if they let Diego Pavia live in 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, Missouri gonna have nightmares, bro. Because him in those kind of situations, anything he can do, anything, man. He can get it with his legs. He can get it with the short pass. He loves to live in 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 3s. And
Well,
if they can do that,
if you're in 3rd and 4, and you get 2 yards, Clark Lee's going to go for it.
Oh, he going for it. Yeah, he going for it.
That's what he's got the aggressive mentality that, like I said about UCLA, that's what they need to do.
Yeah.
But we're going to see. It's going to be I'm calling this there's a few teams that can be eliminated today. And no offense, but Texas could be one of them.
Yeah. Hey, listen, every week we can be eliminated. So
right, y'all have no margin. You have to win out.
Yeah.
Your biggest thing is you need A&M to win all their games until we play and then beat A&M.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, think about it. I mean, y'all could be eliminated. LSU could be eliminated. Iowa State could almost be eliminated. Oklahoma could almost be eliminated. I don't think Mississippi could be because they could still win out and be 10-2. But Oklahoma still has a brutal schedule left. They still got Tennessee and Alabama left.
It is brutal.
There's just, to me, there's a few teams that can be eliminated today. And you possibly see some coaches fired tomorrow in the SEC.
Yeah.
Could be 2.
They better do it sooner than later. That's for sure.
Got to.
All right,
Nothing
SEC
else in the comments.
Yeah. I think FanDuel was the last one.
Yeah. Y'all finna lose, Zay.
Right, yeah. Where you at anyway, Zay? You on the clock somewhere?
He ain't doing nothing. He probably stuffed again. That's why he didn't join. He ate too much.
Yeah, ate too much, yeah. All right, well, SEC Sean, I appreciate you. Hopefully we'll be back on tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for our Sunday talk, Sports Sunday talk. And we'll be talking about some NFL and some of the action that we witnessed today and break down some of those post-game things. So hopefully y'all join us in again tomorrow, and we'll see y'all soon.
Let me hit Lawrence real quick, because he said he liked NASCAR. You like NASCAR, jump in tomorrow, Lawrence. We can throw a little bit of a race chat in there tomorrow.
Cool. Yep, we can definitely add that tomorrow too. So we see y'all. Everybody, thank you for joining in, and we'll see y'all soon. All right, Sean, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your birthday dinner tonight at the barbecue spot.
Got it.
All right.
Peace.
There we go.